everyone, and a warm welcome to this video. I'm Grandmaster Edwin Lamy, and I'm on duty here for Chessity.com. I'm particularly happy to make this video because it gives me the opportunity to present to you my latest work for Chessity, which is the endgame section that I've created. In the endgame section of the website, you will find at this point over 600 positions where you can test your endgame skills, and it took me a considerable amount of time to search for these positions, to prepare them, and I'm actually quite proud of them. I hope you will enjoy them too. I think it's a very interesting way to test and to challenge your endgame knowledge and to put that knowledge into practice. And in this video, I just want to show you one game of mine, one from the European Team Championship of 2009, in which this endgame knowledge is put into practice. Basically, it's my game against Mathieu Cornet. I'm playing in this game with the white pieces, and as you can see, I'm a pawn up, but he has this passed pawn on a2, and my pawns, though they are passed, I'm not yet ready to march them forward because the king is quite close. And actually at this point I was pretty sure the game would end in a draw. So I was expecting the game to end in a draw here after the move rook b1. Now of course white has to take on a2, and this would allow the black king to come to g5. And this is actually a theoretically drawn position. It's a known position in which black is blocking the two pawns with the king, and if white protects on a4 with the rook, then black will just play something along the lines of rook b3, cutting the king's way up. And there's really no way to make progress for white in this position. The rook cannot leave the fourth rank, since it's tied to the defense of the g4 pawn, and the white king cannot join to help promote those pawns. And this is a theoretically drawn position. So I was expecting this to happen, but my opponent surprised me with the move king g7. After which I replied rook a6. And now the difference is obvious. For example, if white would have played, if black would have played here rook b1, I simply take on a2, and he no longer has that option of bringing his king in front of the pawns. Now after king h6, rook a6 check, king g5, rook g6, king h4, h6, I'm very easily bringing my pawns forward, and they'll be queening soon, and the game is in fact over. So well, king g8, rook a7, king h8. Here white is already winning, but here is still a final small finesse, which is pretty important, because the most straightforward move g5 would actually be a blunder because of rook b1. And now after rook takes a2, rook b5, it transpires that those two pawns, one of them is really going to be lost. That's why it's very important to include a small little move king h2 first, and after king g8, black is waiting what else to do. I can safely play g5, and because rook b1 now runs into rook takes a2, rook b5, and the point of king h2 was that white can now defend with rook g2. And this position is really a very easy win. I'm going to bring my king up, supporting the pawns, and that will be over very shortly. Why am I showing this example? To show you the importance of good endgame knowledge and the ability to put it in practice. In this particular game, it cost my opponent half a point, and I'm sure that by practicing your own endgame skills, you could gain many half points or full points in your own games. In the blog post that I have updated together with this video, I also added a small exercise, which is this one, and it's one again. In doing research for my for the endgame course that I've made for Chessity, I came across this position which I had never seen before myself, and it's quite funny. You know, of course, or you may know, of course, that opposite color bishops, which we have on the board right here, they then definitely give a lot of drawing tendencies. But I hadn't seen this position before, and with actually 3 pawns down, Black is still able to save himself. But in doing so, he must still be a little bit careful. So, for instance, a move like, well, just to point that out first, if White is to move, then of course he will simply make a queen, and followed up by taking the bishop after the king takes on h8. So that's a threat that Black definitely has to deal with. So there are 2 ways that he can deal with that. And the most common one would be to remove the bishop. Let's say to play something like bishop c3. But now there's again a small issue, and that issue is that after well, White can actually choose, let's say f6, bishop takes f6. Again, White has h8 queen, king takes h8, king takes f6, and well, the rest is pretty easy. Yeah? The g-pawn is going forward, and that will be actually made very soon. So this is not the solution. The right solution is to put the king on h8, which is a small tactical solution. The idea obviously is that if the king takes f6, the king is still mated on h8. Now you might say, well, we're not forced to take on f6, which is true, but it doesn't. There are not many options to improve the position. For example, if you make a small waiting move like bishop d3, Black will not fall into the trick and play king g7, because that would run, of course, into h8 queen, a line we have seen before. But instead, Black would also make a small waiting move with the bishop, and again f6, bishop takes f6 would merely be a stalemate very similar to the one we've seen before, and it turns out there's simply no progress to be made. Despite being 3 pawns down in this position, Black is making an easy draw. So it's one of those positions that I came across while doing research for this endgame course. I hope you will enjoy it. I hope that I could cause some kind of curiosity with this blog post, and I hope to see you around here on chessity.com. Keep enjoying it. Thank you.